I guess she's always drinking tea. Mean tea. Good morning. Yeah, I came over here today. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, did you notice that I'm in my kitchen doing a YouTube video? Isn't that interesting? Hmm. I don't normally do YouTube videos from my kitchen. So this is a twofer today because I actually want to talk, but I don't want it on my business page. Um, and I'll be in here doing some stuff too. And I actually just have the laptop going today. And I'm not being cheap. I did actually order my ring for the light and the phone. So I did order it because remember the last time they put my money back. So I did it again. So I don't know who you are. Please type in your name so I can talk to you. But look, these came out of my garden. Look at this. I pulled them out of the garden. So I'm gonna wash them. So that's why y'all actually in the kitchen. I haven't even gone out today. I pulled these yesterday. And I'll talk about why I didn't go live. Good morning, Deborah. And I'm going to talk about why I didn't go live yesterday. That's why I came over here and we're in the kitchen over here because the conversation I want to have, I don't want to have on my business page. I would rather have it over here. And I just happen to be in the kitchen today. So I'm supposed to be making I have everything becoming room temperature for the tea cakes because I promised Miss Houston I would bring her tea cakes on Saturday, but y'all know everything hit the roof the weekend. So I'm going to be a woman of my word and I'm going to make them tea cakes today. But I just want to show y'all the collard greens I pulled. I have like so many collard greens. Look, came out of my garden. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? I had to pay for these people. They came out of my garden. Look, it's just collard greens on top of collard greens. So I'm going to wash these really well. And yeah, this is my first pull for collard greens this season. I'm so happy. Like, look at there. And then that's just the collard greens. I'm sitting them in the sink, washing it. And I need to wash them real good. I got our year one pepper yesterday. Look at that. In the garden. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing to grow your own food. I know you love collard greens. So I took some green tomatoes out because I fried green tomatoes for the first time. Was it last week? And they sat at the table and they ate it. So that was my first time actually frying green tomatoes. I had heard about green tomatoes, had never done it. But let me stop. Hello, I am Forleasadon Harper of Xavier's Treats. Xavier's Treats and Us is about Harper's, my children and I, our adoption journey. And so Xavier's Treats is actually my business, and gardening is a part of it. And today I did not want to be on my business page because I want to have conversation, and I don't feel that the conversation I should have on my business page. So I came over here to do a live, and I'll just be combining the two today. So look at my little cherry tomatoes. Look at this. Look at this. I'm so happy. I have so many cherry tomatoes. I had a salad last night and used the tomatoes out of the garden. Good morning, Sierra. And so I'm gonna tell y'all why I didn't go live or I didn't do anything yesterday. That's why I wanted to come over here and not do it on my business page. So these are the tomatoes out of the cherry tomatoes. So that was my yield yesterday. I pulled all this just because yesterday I went walking and then, well, I guess I can just go right into it. Well, I didn't come on because I was supposed to. It was funny. I was typing that I was going to go live at 10:30 yesterday, but then I ended up and I went to the urgent care. So that's why I didn't come on yesterday because I was in urgent care. Not because I'm sick or anything. Well, I don't know. I went to urgent care because remember I told you I was going to go have my battery of STD tests. See, this is why this couldn't be on my page, my business page, and I came over here to do this morning. So my child and I saw him. She was my support system yesterday. We went, and I was in good spirits going there too. I didn't, I wasn't like, oh, what was me? All I kept saying is, this is young people stuff right here. That I am, every year when I go have my GYN, I always get tested every year. That's something I do, and so it's not a big thing for me. But to have this impromptu, I got to go to urgent care and get all these tests. I was not feeling that yesterday. So, in spite of that, I did it. So, they asked me why I was there, and I'm whispering, I need battery. Yes. Because I'm ashamed. I'm too grown for this. Shoot, I could be somebody's grandmama. I'm going up in there. Talk about it. Anywho. So we get in the back. And so they was like, so what is it that you want? I said, I want everything. So they said, well, you can do urine, you can do blood, and we can do vaginal. Do all three. So I give the urine. They take me in the room, wait for the physician assistant. As soon as she walked in, she said, Miss Harper, you have blood in your urine. What? She said, so it could be one of three things. You can have um, bacteria. That could be one, right? Two, it could be your kidneys. Three, it can be your bladder, but we don't know. So I'm sending it out for further testing. And so she said, so now we did the vaginal. She took the cultures from the vaginal. They took blood, took 2 vials of blood. So me, I'm going to start looking up stuff like, hold up. Now, I just had it was supposed to be my 6th month with my doctor um, at the cancer center because I was supposed to have it in March, and then the COVID, and they told me don't come. So she came last. I mean, we talked last, and I mentioned to her in my appointment in June. It was June 16th. That's when my appointment was. I said to her, I said, every morning I wake up, I have lower back pain, and I have a pain on my lower left side. And she's like, really? I said, yes. I said, but once I get up and walk and move and stuff, it dissipates, it goes away. So when we get back in Psalm said, Miss Harper, I'm not used to you acting like this. You're giving me anxiety because I was like, what the hell? Like, okay. I'm not a person that believes like, oh my God, you know, all these things happening to you. What else could happen? I'm just not a believer in that. I just believe things happen. You move through it and you move on. So she was stressed. She said I was had her with anxiety because I started Googling stuff. Well, because I'm like, hold up, I need to find out what's going on. So I started Googling. So I was like, please stop reading that stuff. You're scaring me. She was like, Miss Harper, please stop reading. I said, okay, son, only because I'm stressing you out. But Miss Harper needs to know what's going on in her body. And so, I was just reading. If it was kidneys, what are the signs? Okay, people, I had every single symptom for kidneys. I'm like, oh, sweat. I've been having this just thinking that this was scar tissue. So I don't know yet because I have to wait for all the tests to come back. But this morning, what did I have to do? I had to get up and I had to call the cancer center because when the doctor was talking to me, she was like, Miss Harper, you are a cancer survivor. I looked at them. I'm like, what? Now, people, I know I had cancer. And I always say I had the cancer. I never talk about myself as being a cancer survivor. You have never heard me say, oh, I'm a cancer survivor. Because I was speaking those terms. I'm like, oh, I had the cancer. And I just throw it away. She was like, well, I need you to call your doctor because you're a cancer survivor. And everybody needs to be on the same. And I'm sitting there like, hold up. I came here just to make sure my stuff was right because this ninja, whatever. Because from today on, you will not hear me speak of that again. And I'm going to tell y'all all the stuff that has happened, people. I was like, okay, so let me finish with this story. And then I'll tell y'all all the things that have happened since I've talked to y'all. And that's only been a day ago, right? Because I didn't talk to you yesterday. So right now I'm in limbo because I have to wait for the results to come back to know if it is bacterial, if it is kidneys, or if it's my bladder. So now when I called my doctor down in Ann Arbor, they took the message. They was like, "Oh, she gonna call you right back," and I'm like, "Oh God." So if I stop, that means the doctor is on the phone because she was like, "This is you went for an STD." I was like, "Yes, I did. I went for a battery of STD." I told her to test me for everything. She said everything. I said everything. Because the lady kept saying to me, "Do you want everything or something?" I said, "No, honey. You're going to take some blood up out of me. I want everything." I said, "I don't care what the results is. I would rather know than not know." And she was like, "I'm just so sorry." I was like, "Listen, I don't feel that I should be in this position, but such is life. I can't wallow in this. I just have to be proactive about my health." So that's what took place yesterday. So that's why I didn't go on. And after leaving the doctor, I was like a little like disheveled. I was like, "What the heck? Wait. So then I said, okay, let's look at the flip side. Had this not happened, I probably would have just kept thinking that it's scar tissue, right? So I'm going to say the beauty of this, I'm going to use that word. The beauty of this is that there's something going on in my body, whether it's as an STD or it's something else. Can now address it, whatever it may be. But yeah, so when I went to the doctor yesterday, that's what took place. So I was like, I ain't doing no videos. I won't talk to nobody. And then, okay, so let me tell you about what happened the night before. And I'm not going to use names for anybody because I'm going to say my oldest child. What's today? Thursday? Call me Tuesday night. And had a conversation with me. And let me tell y'all, people, God help my tongue. Because I almost gut punched my son on the phone, but I said, you know what? Let him have this. Because obviously he needs to say these things to you. And you're gonna sit and listen. Because that's what the consensus is around here is that I don't listen. Because as soon as they start saying things, I go right into how we gonna fix this mode. So because I don't want to linger with stuff. So I'd be like, okay, how we gonna get this done? How we gonna fix it? How we gonna move on? Bam, that's me. They say I don't listen. And I guess because they don't want me to fix it, they just want to tell me. And I'm like, nope, if you tell me, we're gonna have to fix it. But anywho, called and he said he needed to get some things off his chest. And that nigga tone, oh Lord, wasn't right. And y'all notice I didn't use his name because he told me, don't put me on no more videos. Don't even mention me. So if you look, I took down 3 videos off my YouTube page. I'll tell you about the other ninja too. Because I was listen, I'm trying to handle this like a grown woman. I really am. Ooh. So my child said some things to me. Oh, that's my girlfriend Sheila Harper. She said she's sending me positive vibes my way today because her and I chatted yesterday. Well, she just texted me and I told her what was just leaving the doctor. She's like, "Oh my God, not something else." I was like, "Please, I don't need that reaction right now." But anyway, my child said some things, and I know he felt he needed to say those things to me. And I was like, I'm gonna tell y'all what I wanted to say, but I didn't say it to him. Motherfucker. That's what I wanted to say to my son. But guess what? I held my tongue. And I just want y'all to know I've been repenting to the Lord every night because since Saturday, I have used words I have never used in my entire life. But that's how I feel right now. So every day, like I just was writing in my journal, I was like, God, I repent for my language because I've been cussing a lot. But that's how I feel right now. So I wanted to say to him, do you know how much I've saved you? Your life could have been something else. And I'm not even talk about the adoption. Let's not even talk about that. That's off the table. That's my child. But you guys don't know our story and how I have saved this ninja for being locked up, all this stuff. Because he got a mama like that. And because I stood flat foot and like, oh no, I will not accept any more of this behavior because it's unacceptable. You are accountable for your actions. You're accountable for your emotions. I'm not going to allow you to do X, Y, and Z. And because I gave you the old heave ho 3 times, but I allowed him, and he was on speaker in my bedroom, and Deja just happened to be in my bedroom. And she was like, when he hung up, she was like, Mommy, I want to cuss his ass out. My child said that. She said, how dare he talk like that to you? I was like, Deja, he needed that. And sometimes you got to give people what they need so that they can be free. Because he is coming to Jersey. He's leaving. He's going to Jersey. So I guess on his hurrah leaving Flint, let me get my mother together. And I'm like, all right. Because I started to say something because I was like, you just going to let him talk like that? And I said, you know what? And then I said, no. I said, I'm sorry. Continue. And so he asked me, how do you feel about what I said? How do you feel about what I said to you? I said, how do you feel about it? He said, what? How you feel about it? How do you feel about what you just said to me? Because I'm going to ask you this question. What is it that you need from me right now? What is it that I need to say to you, or what are you looking for from me? What is it? He said, nothing. I said, oh, yes, it is. But I'm not going to give it freely. What is it? He said, no, I just needed to tell you. And so then he went on a loop and went all the way back around to the beginning and started all over again. So when he got to that loop the third time, I'm like, again, I'm going to ask you, what is it that you need from me? And so then he said, well, how do you feel about me moving back to Jersey? I said, you're a grown ass man. You're grown. Do whatever is best for you. I am happy for you. I wish you well on this journey. Just like I prayed for you last night, I'm going to continue to pray for you. God protect them, watch over them, give them clarity of mind, give them peace, whatever. I'm going to say that same prayer for you that I say every night. So I'm happy for you that you're going to Jersey. He said, yeah, because this place is toxic. But, it's your video that would send me over the edge. I'm sorry, because my phone is like blowing up right now. And so he said that the video I posted sent him over the edge. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And so I said, well, would you like for me to take the video down? No, you only had about 20 views, which was more than that. And I said, so what is it that you need from me right now? And that's all I kept asking him. Because I wasn't going to say I was sorry, because I'm not sorry. Because your ass stayed out in the streets almost a whole year without ever apologizing for your actions. And when you needed me, you walked in my house and you said, I was sorry. That's not true. You need somewhere to stay. You could have came back in here and never apologized. I would have respected you more than you standing there apologizing. You're only apologizing because you need somewhere to stay. It's not authentic. You talked to me the whole time you was out in them streets. Not one time did you say, you know what, Mommy, I'm sorry for how things played out. No, but when you came back in the house, you sorry. You're not sorry, son. And so anyway, I took the video down because he said the video sent him over the edge and it was my fault. So that was one. Then yesterday, I received 2 calls that were disturbing yesterday. One from the subject of that other video. I went walking yesterday in the park. This lady I know, she was in the park. She's like, I thought that was you, Miss Harper. She said, let me tell you something. You're a bad girl. That video was all that. I was like, you watched the video. She said, Miss Harper, I had to look up what community peen was. I didn't even understand what it was. She said, I was like, that girl is bad. She put that out there. But anyway, needless to say this, that was the first. Devin was, I said I was going to say his name. My child was on Tuesday night. So that was his therapeutic moment in reference to his mom. So he can leave Flint and be free and be happy. And I wish only the best for him. I really do. I don't even have ill will towards him. He just can't live here. So the subject of the other one. called and was like, you wrong. I wish I could say the stuff that was said, but I was wrong. I was like, are you crazy right now? Because of you, the video was made. Are you serious? And some other things were said. I said, so do you want me to take it down? I understand you was upset and everything. I said, I'll take it down because I'm tired of y'all right now. But my thing is, I took it down, but it doesn't matter because people shared it, so it's still out there, so it doesn't matter. But I took all three of them. I took all three down. I took the one with my child and the two with that subject. And so then I received a call from a family member whom I love. I cuss talking to my family member, and I'll never disrespect my elders. Never, ever. I will walk away from my elders before I disrespect them. But yesterday, I let them suckers loose like, y'all ain't got shit to tell me. That was my conversation yesterday. Nobody walked with that nigga. I don't walk with him. I raised him. I done saved him. No, y'all ain't got nothing to say to me. Enjoy him. Because y'all don't know what's coming. You don't know. I love him, but you don't know. And then that was the beginning of the conversation. The latter of the conversation is, why would you put your dirty business out in the street like that? Because, he loved you. And y'all will probably end up back together. These my damn people talking to me crazy as hell. Like, I ain't part of his damn stable. Who y'all think I am? Y'all gotta pray for me, for real. Deborah, keep my name on the altar and pray for me. I swear I need to go on a vacation. I'm for real. I just need to get on a plane and go somewhere and collect my thoughts, cut my phone off, and just be. Because I'm not going to answer my phone. When I see folks call, I'm not answering it. I'm done. I'm done. And I'm done. Because I'm like, who am I? Because when my child, you notice I'm trying not to say the name, when my child called and he was finished and Deja was standing there with her mouth open after, because again, I allowed him to say whatever he felt he needed to say to me. Because sometimes you need to free yourself. And so I hope that his load was lifted in reference to me. Excuse me. But I said, is the moon over my house? I said, am I the dumping ground for people's shit? Is that what's happening right now? Because, like, what? Those were my last 2 days. So yesterday I wasn't doing a video. I was like, I don't feel it. And like I said, when I left up out of the urgency, I was like, my attention has now shifted to me, like what's going on within my body. I don't have time for that other stuff. So I'm going to let y'all know what the results are. And I'm going like, what? Whatever the results are, because y'all on this journey with me. And so I don't feel that I have put my dirty laundry in the street. Because if I had written a book and put this in a book, it would still be out there. Am I correct? If I wrote if I did a blog, it would still be out there. I think it's the fact that I'm standing in my truth and people can't believe, like, is she really saying that? Yeah, I am. Because this is my therapy right here. This is my therapy. I told y'all my therapist. I'm his therapist. So y'all are my, y'all give me feedback. This is my this is cathartic. I keep saying this is cathartic for me because when I finish these, I be like, whoo, I done got that load off me. But then they keep trying to pound more and more. But I had to shift. When I woke up this morning, I said, you have to now shift. It can't be about that anymore because you got to worry about you. Because I don't know what the test results is going to come back. And the fact that, she was like, immediately, you need to call this doctor. And I'm like, hold. This is some real stuff. Thank you. This is real now. Like, I mean, I was like, hold on, we got bigger fish to fry in the world. And like that, the fact that I'm going through this right now, but you know what it is? It's that low level vibration stuff, right? So they want you to be on that frequency with them. That's why I'm gonna stop cussing because I've been so mad because they just been piling it on, and I'm like, nope, I have to focus on me now because I'm now in like I feel like I'm in limbo right now until these test results come back. Not even about the venereal stuff, because I'm concerned about that. The STDs, I am concerned about that. I'm more concerned about is it my kidneys, right? And if it is it kidney stones? What is it? So those are my issues right now, because I do have all of the symptoms for something being wrong with my kidneys. Like as I stand here, there's a little dull pain. Today is a bad day though. Because yesterday I pushed through. I walked like 12,000 steps yesterday, but I pushed through my first lap around the park. It was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have worn my back brace because that's how bad the back pain was. But when I started my second lap, it all went away. So I was like, um, the latest Monday, I'm hoping them tests come back tomorrow. The latest Monday, but she said as soon as they come back. So I'm just like, because normally 2 to 3 days, but they did everything. I mean, she was like, you want everything? Listen, lady, everything. Do the cultures, take the blood. You did the urine and slap me in my face with the urine. Yes. So yeah, I'd rather know than not know because I'm still trying to be here for a while, right? And I want to know what's going on in this body. But yeah, that threw me for a loop yesterday. I was like, what? Did you just say I had blood in my urine? Right? Really? She said, and I don't know. I just don't know. So I had to send it out. And I'm like, okay. So her and we discussed this because I was like, and what could it be? Because you can't just say, oh, you got urine, blood in your urine, and you walk out the room. Come on back here. What are the possible, what could it be? Because I need to start researching and finding out. But yeah, so I had to call Ann Arbor this morning. And so I'm waiting for I just called Ann Arbor like right before I logged on. So um yeah, those are my last 2 days. But my people, I love my family, but baby, and I know that's that old woman thinking, you know that, right? Oh, he still love you, but he got another woman. He got a whole nother damn family across town, but he still love you. I ain't signed on to be part of no stable. No, I didn't. Mm-mm. And then in talking to the subject, I was like, he's still lying. Still lying, people. I was like, you ain't gonna lie to me no more. We good. I'm good with that. I'm so good with that. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. You just don't have to lie anymore. I mean, just like she was lying. She was putting a one on it. She only been over here a year and a half. Fool, she shouldn't have been there at all. And again, I told you stuff I ain't tell y'all. I ain't tell y'all her story, but I was like, then he gonna start telling her story. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, you're the cause of all of this. So you can deflect and whatever else, but you're the cause of all of this. So that was my yesterday. But I'm gonna make these tea cakes. As soon as my butter is room temperature. I was waiting for my butter to become room temperature because I promised Miss Houston these tea cakes this weekend, and the weekend just went awry, and I wasn't able to make the tea cakes. So, yeah, y'all got any questions? Yeah, I'm like, okay, when does this ride stop? When does the ride stop? Like, so this ride right here, and it's funny. Those two have been the subject. You notice the son since May, the end of May, and then last weekend. But it's both of them, and both of them saying I'm wrong for putting the videos up. Both of them. Why would you do something like that? You wrong. Am I? Am I wrong? Because I spoke from my perspective, my truth. I can't be wrong for my truth, right? So that's my story, y'all. That's my story. So how we gonna do it today? I'm gonna wash up the collard greens. Now I got so many collard greens in my freezer from when I buy them. So I'm gonna wash these up because these was in the garden, honey. And I was so happy yesterday when I went out there. I was like, oh my God, look at this collard green. I'm pulling these suckers. One, our temperatures like in the morning has been 50 degrees, even though they say, you got to get first frost. But we've been cold in the morning. I didn't even water the garden today. I'm going to do it this evening when it's a little bit warmer because it's chilly. Honey, I got the door open, got the screen up on the door, letting all that good, cool air coming out. I won't see my jeans on. But you can't see me because y'all up here. I'm sitting on my new toaster oven because my other toaster oven died. But yes. So Deborah, you don't normally get this part of me because you only get the live, but you don't normally get me being in the kitchen. And so they normally get that on Xavier's treat over there. But the conversation I just had with y'all, I did not. How long before you know any y'all? I didn't want to have that on my business page. I just didn't want to put that on. So that's why I put it over here. And I'm filtering the water so that and I put some dish detergent in it so I can wash all this stuff up and then I'll let that out and then I'll rinse it and then I'll wash it again with some vinegar and then everything should be good and clean. All the new food and all that. Yeah. I think this will be a good $5 bag. What y'all think? Three to $5 bag of collard greens. Y'all let me know. Or I'm being too I'm asking for too much. Shoot, these have been 10-2 that had the gospel played on them. When you move, I can hear. What can you hear? Can you hear the ring doorbell? Oh, you couldn't hear before when I was talking? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it not up loud enough? So you missed a whole lot then. Can you hear me now? Is this thing on? I needed to come talk to y'all. You know why? Because this morning was not good for me. One, because I was still a little achy in the body. It made me think of when I spoke to the doctor on my visit, my appointment on the phone. And she was like, you let me know. Call me and let me know how long you feel that pain. Because she was like, where's the pain? So it was interesting that he was a little concerned, but I was like, no, I just feel it in the morning and it goes away. And she was like, you let me know about that. So yesterday kind of threw me for a loop because it brought me back to that conversation where she was like, you let me know about that. So I'm going to switch doctors though. I'm going to find, I called my insurance company today. And I was like, listen, I think I want to find a doctor down at Ann Arbor at the hospital where I go. So I can just do everything down there. And she said, well, you can just go online and find who you want and just call the office and see if they accept any patients. I was like, oh, okay. So she said, yeah, just go online. And she gave me the website. So when I finish with you guys, I'm going to go online and see if I can find a doctor near the hospital or in the hospital where I go, not the cancer hospital, but on the other, because it's a huge campus down there. But I would rather just have everything done down in Ann Arbor and not up here. So yes, so that was. I am like so sick of. I'm like, okay, what are my lessons in all of this? Because I believe there's a lesson in everything. And I'm telling y'all, I believe there's a lesson. So for me, in going yesterday, and there possibly may be something else, I was like, okay, this happened so that maybe I can get to the doctor because I'm just like, oh, okay, it's just pain. I just feel the pain. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to watch these collard greens. Y'all got anything y'all would like to talk about before I switch y'all over to the other counter and we start making the tea cakes? Because everything is room temperature now for the tea cakes. So we're gonna make those, and I'm gonna put them in a nice little container, and I'll have Psalm drop them off for me. Like, can you drop these off at Miss Houston's house? But yeah, so wait, Psalm doing her missionary work day 2 because her friend is in have a procedure. I said, you're just little Miss Missionary here. 2 days sitting up in the medical facility. She was like, yeah, I know, but I'm doing my work in this one. I'm gonna be here a while. I'm gonna call you back later. She just sitting up there. Yeah, for the past 2 days. Isn't it amazing how much stuff can go on in your life? Y'all quiet. Oh yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's look, I got a little dish detergent. I told you I'm washing them. And my little pepper, I'm so proud of my pepper. I didn't even realize the peppers were that big out there. But yesterday, I just went walking through because I saw 2 more zucchinis. I'm just gonna get them a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna pull them and I'll make some more zucchini bread because it seemed like the kids like the zucchini bread. So I have one I froze, and so I sauteed some zucchini with some onions and garlic and seasoning, and I put it in the deep freezer. So I'm just so proud of my little pepper. Look at that. It is beautiful. And so this is a female. I think the male has 4 and the female is 3, or I might have it backwards. So, but I think this is a female. Isn't that crazy? The sex of the peppers is if it's 4 or 3 little notches on the bottom of the pepper. This is my little basket when I go collecting. I got this at the it was brand new. What is it? The Habitat for Humanity store and their little restore. I got this one. I don't even think I paid $1 for this basket, but I really like it's perfect for being outside in the garden. So yeah, so now let me put this back and then I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna sit. Can I sit y'all down? I'm trying to see if I can sit y'all down a little bit lower because I'm about to wash. There we go. Perfect. How are you guys doing today? So what lessons y'all think I'm learning from all of this? Think I've learned any lessons? What lessons have you guys taken away from my experience? I didn't realize how much I laughed in the videos because I watched the videos over. And I'm like, wow, one, I told you I didn't realize how much I talked with my hands. And then how much I laughed. And I'm like, is that a nervous laugh? Is that nervous energy? Or am I just releasing? Oh, thank you. Yes, it is my therapy, honey. And I'm so grateful for you guys. Because if I didn't have this, what would I might be in the street somewhere, walking up and down the street, talking to myself. And that's not being joking. I am like so serious right now. Because it's just like, how much does one mind have to deal with? Like, really? So I'm putting my little cherry tomatoes in here so when I rinse it, it'll be easier because they all down up under the collard greens. Yes, it is helping me tremendously. I, yeah, you know I like to talk, Deborah, but no, seriously, because I am very clear on stuff. think I have a lot more clarity. And again, maturity. Maturity. Deborah, you've been knowing me since I was in my 20s. Hopefully, I have matured since then, and and become more accountable for my actions. And so, I always say you're a better friend to me. You have loved me through some stuff, and it's real, and I'm so grateful for that because you could be like, I ain't messing with that chick. She crazy, and I would have to respect that. So I am always forever grateful for our friendship because you don't have to love me. So yeah, so I washed it, and don't laugh at me, y'all. I put some Dawn dish detergent in the water to wash the collard greens because y'all know it's been out there in the dirt, and then the animals are out there. They cut out. I try to keep them out, but I don't know what's out there. So I'm just washing them with the Dawn detergent, and now I'm gonna take them all out, and I'm gonna put them in the dish pan, and I'm gonna let this water out, and I'm gonna put some clear water in, but I'm using the filter. I'm using the filtered water, and so after I rinse them, and then I will rinse them again with the vinegar. And am I cooking those? I guess so. Since I'm doing all this, I was gonna give them to my neighbors, but I don't wash them. I don't know if they're gonna want them after I don't wash them. What y'all think? You know what's funny? When I started this garden, it was so that I could sell the stuff out of the garden. When the stuff started coming, I didn't want to sell it. I just wanted to give it out. And I thought it was funny because I named it Xavier's Treats Community Garden. And I was like, if I'm going to name it, and I just, when I did the banner, I just put Community Garden on there. Never really thinking about it. But as I am harvesting, I don't want to sell it to people. I actually want to give it to them. I think that's crazy, right? So it's not crazy because I believe in tithing. So I'm tithing from my garden. That's a good way to look at it. I'm tithing from the garden. But yeah, so I think I would just want to rinse these off and wrap them up. And my neighbor next door, Mr. Melvin wife, I had said to her, I asked her, did she want some zucchini? And she said, no, I don't like zucchini. I said, well, do you like collard greens? She said, yeah, I like those. I said, okay. So yesterday, in talking to the subject of the other videos, I was like, listen, the collard greens are ready. If you want some, take some. He didn't come take them, so I took them all. But what happens is they just keep growing. So I left some out there, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 6, maybe 7 spots where the collard greens are. And then the cabbage, oh my God. You should see the cabbage. I have a purple cabbage, and then the rest of them are green. Oh my God. I'm just like, I'm so in love with the garden. The garden is truly peaceful for me because I see my little gospel music while I'm out there, and I just be jamming in the garden. So yeah, so I think I'm going to give these collard greens to my neighbor. I really do. I'm going to rinse them off, and I'm going to make sure I dry them. I'm going to tell her that I washed them prior to bringing them over to her. She probably wash them again, but hey, whatever. I didn't want to give her dirty collard greens because they're out the garden. But yeah, they're an older couple, and they're, they've been my neighbors since I lived here. Now, Calvin, y'all know I feed Calvin. Calvin on the other side. Y'all know I cook a plate up and walk across the street. And matter of fact, Solomon and I went out. I said, Storm, I forgot to go to the store and pick Calvin up some pants. And Calvin was like, Miss Harper, I need some pants. I need you to give me some pants. I was like, what size you wear, Calvin? I'll give you the money. I was like, I know you'll give me the money. Just what size you need. So we went out last Saturday, and I totally forgot. So hopefully this Saturday we'll go out, and I remember to go pick Calvin up some pants. He's like, I got tops, Miss Harper, but I need some pants. So I got to go pick Calvin up some pants. But I feed Calvin on the regular because that's my neighbor. And he over in the house by himself. He a little mentally challenged. The nurses come every day to dispense his meds. So I be making sure. I send Calvin over a plate. And my kids don't even like going over there to give Calvin no food. I'm like, could you go take that over across the street to Calvin? I'm like, just give Calvin the food. He ain't gonna do nothing to it. Just give him the food. Listen, Calvin bring over my empty containers when he finished. And I just yeah, I gotta take Calvin over some food. So he was like, Miss Harper, when I was doing the garden, what you doing in that garden? You need anything? So that's and then my neighbors over here on this side, I give the wife because I know she wanted. I can give her the green tomatoes because she had asked for the green tomatoes. See, and so again, I initially said I just was going to sell the stuff out of the garden, but I'm not led to do that, and I don't know why. And I'm just going to go with that. That I'm just going to give. I had two young ladies come visit. They left with zucchini. I took zucchini and stuff over to some mom, but I'm not led to sell the stuff. And that was an expensive garden to have to construct, to plant. I'm over $1,000. Over. Easily over. Because I wanted a good garden. But I'm not led to sell it. So y'all see how much vinegar I'm putting in here? I'm just not led to sell it. And I'm gonna go with that. That I'm just going to give I'll keep what I want to keep and can what I want to can, but I'm not led to sell the stuff from the garden, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to give it away, um, and I don't know why. Now, when it comes to the watermelons, that might be another story. Only because I have yellow watermelon, and it's hard to find yellow watermelon here. Now, those might be $10 a pop because they organic. They heritage seeds because I saved them from last year, and I'm going to take some seeds from these and save them for next year. So that might be the only thing I will sell out the garden is the watermelon, that yellow watermelon. Oh, and I have those other little. I think we're gonna have a personal little watermelons. But that yellow watermelon, that's the one. And so I've only seen one of those so far. And Mr. Man got his eye set on that yellow watermelon. I'm just moving you guys because I'm gonna lay out the paper towels to dry. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna use paper towel. I'm gonna use the cloth to dry the collard greens. And yeah, I'm gonna take the collard greens to Mr. and Mrs. Melvin. I will take the red tomatoes, and they can have the cherry tomatoes. Cause let me tell y'all something. I ate those cherry tomatoes last night in a salad. It was so good. I was like, these came out of my garden. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I done grew some real food. So now I'm about to rinse these up. And I'm gonna take these over. Yeah. They say you don't get 10%. It wasn't good for me. Here I am, actually looking for me a writer now. I'm gonna write a story, but I don't want to physically write the story. I need a writer. So I am now looking for. I'm gonna reach out today to the young lady here who is just such a sweet pie. Her name is Christina. Vera, she your kind of woman. She's a book girl. She all about the books. She just wrote her first book, and I'm going to talk to her. She graduated from Northwestern. Is it Northwestern? I believe she went to Northwestern. And yeah. And I will pay you. But I need to get my story out there. Because I think people think I be joking. I really hear all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. They're like, Jesus. I be wondering now. I don't even know how I did it. I know I did the creator. Seriously, it was the creator. Nobody else but the creator. All right. Oh, these are gonna be yay. these right next door and told her the reason they smell like vinegar because I washed them. Put them in a bag. Yay. Y'all so quiet today. Y'all worried about me? Is that why y'all so quiet? Don't worry. I'm going to be all right. I am. It's just a lot. And I'm just really waiting. I have to wait now. I'm in limbo right now. And I think that's what's most concerning. I think if I just had the test and they'd be like, they'll call you when it's over, but for her to say that it was blood in my urine, that was like an alarm, like ying, ying, ying. Like what? So that was the thing that took girl over. Like, no, that is not something else help was. So I was like, you do well. Okay. You're not back at work yet, right? Next week. Didn't you tell me next week you go back to work? Listen, Sierra, I think I'm gonna take me a class since I'm gonna help Deja. I think I'm gonna take me a class. I think so. I just don't know in what yet. I don't know when I'm gonna take the class in. Yeah, I thought you said next week. This is a nice little batch. It's just the two of them. Some people saute their greens. It's, greens cooked down. I like mixing my collard greens and cabbage. But this is a nice little starter little bunch here. Free from the garden. Hello. Free from the garden. Nice. Oh, they so nice. They're so beautiful. Proud. I'm a proud mama. I'm a proud mama. Listen, I don't even know what's going on in the world. Current events. What's that? I don't even know because I've been caught up in my own stuff. My cucumbers haven't come out yet. I saw one cucumber and then it was gone. So that means something had gotten into my garden and ate that one cucumber. But then I see there's another cucumber. Because remember, he only rototilled half the garden. So the other half of the garden still looked like the wilderness. And so last time I was out there clearing stuff out, I had my back brace on because my back was hurting. I'm telling y'all, the back has been hurting for a minute, but I just attributed it to that. I got a big butt. That sometimes my butt hurt, my back hurt. That's what But it did. No, I will say this. It did make me remember. Like, didn't you have this back pain before when you had the cancer? And I was like, it's not the same back pain, right? But it was back pain. And the back pain was the indicator that something was happening with me. And one more. I need to start listening to my back. Because my back is the indicator. Like, yo, something going on up in here. I don't know what it is, but you need to check that out. So, yeah, my back has been, it lets me know when things are not right in my body. I just wasn't listening to my back. I was just thinking, I have parsley in the back. I didn't do any other herbs. I do have parsley. Yeah, I'm gonna take the green tomato. I didn't do any herbs, but I do have parsley sitting on the back porch. Yes, I do, ma'am. All right, people. I am actually tired, and I don't know why. I think it's emotional. Y'all think that's could be that I'm tired? Because I actually want to go get back in the bed. Because I really wanted to go walk today. I was like, I want to go walk, but I was like, whew, honey, you gonna push through today? Because I was like, I'm gonna put my belt on today. But I may still go out and walk. Like while I'm doing the garden this evening, I just put on my change my clothes and put my sneakers on because it takes 30 minutes for each portion of the garden to be well saturated. So I do 30 minutes, I switch it, I do 30 more minutes. So it's like 2 hours I'm out there with the garden. So I get like 2 hours worth of, not since Saturday. Because normally I do my gallon of water, but not since Saturday. Not since Saturday, because I've been drinking so much tea since Saturday. Because, I haven't been eating that much, but I have been drinking. That's the last of my tea for today. I mean, for the elderberry and ginger, and then I'll probably drink some dandelion tea because dandelion tea helps you to poop. So I'm going to drink some dandelion tea, and then I've been taking my little rejuvenate because the nettle and the red leaf is good for hot flashes. So is this. I bought this at the health food store. Now, the first time I bought it was almost $60, but they dropped the price down to $45 for this little bottle. But let me tell you something. Well spent. Well spent, people. Well spent. Now, probably, had I not been on this regimen, I might be in jail right now. Because during menopause, your hormones and your emotions are all over the place. And that helps to stabilize and keep you in like a not euphoric, but just in a space where you feel calm and relaxed. And not this. Man, what if I wasn't on those? Y'all probably be like, Lord, she done went to jail. She went to jail for real. So I'm kind of happy for those. And they're natural. These are all natural. So um y'all hear me? I just bent down. That's how painful it is to bend down. So there's a lot going on over here, people. So what normally happens, Deborah, I have a 32-ounce bottle and I put two of these in there and I drink it. And then I put two more of these in there. So I get the gallon because I only need 4 for me to have my gallon for the day. But since Saturday, I have not been who I am supposed to be. So yesterday we went to Whole Foods and I just went and bought me gallon bottles of spring water. Because if I drink the whole gallon, I know I'm done for the day. So I can flush myself out. Right? And then I'm taking all these doggone vitamins. Look, B12. See, I think I showed this before. D3, multivitamin, taking the rejuvenate for the menopause, zinc, selenium, copper. Wait, it's more. And then the black seed. I'm taking all that every day. That's a lot. Because I'm trying to stay healthy so the COVID don't take me out. And I'm kind of glad I take these things because if your immune system and stuff is low, listen, even with all that, look what's going on with me. So we'll see what happens. I am going to I have to put the what's the name in the refrigerator for an hour. So I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna mix up the dough for the. Yeah, I had the liquid before, but this time when I ordered it from Amazon, they sent the capsule, so I'm fine with that. I'm going to just cut them and throw them in the oven. So I'll pop back on after I mix it up and put it in the refrigerator for an hour. And I'll pop back on, and I'm going to pop back on over here in case some stuff slip out my mouth and I'm over here and not on the business page. So thank y'all. And I'll be back. I don't know. I'm after the hour. I'm going to go deliver my little vegetables to my neighbors because they right one next door across the street and come on back in and mix my dough up. And then I'm just drying the collard greens because they're really wet. And I'll be back. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Whoops, I'm using my finger. Girl, stop.